Alright guys, so welcome to today's yoga practice. We're going to be doing some deeper stretches. For those who don't know me, I am Nikki. If you want, you can have an optional strap today, which if you're going to use the strap, I suggest you loop it through, leave a nice big loop. It's going to help us in a quad stretch. Even if you're using a towel or big towel, you can kind of just knot it. We don't need it quite yet. You can leave it off to the side. And as always, please take water breaks when you need it. I'll try to give you some throughout the practice. So when you're ready, let's start lying on our backs in that nice Shavasana position here. Ooh. Some of you were here before and we were just talking. Those just joining, just take some nice big deep slow breaths today. Letting yourself calm down physically and mentally. Getting yourself ready for today's practice. Some of us were here just doing a little check-in with ourselves, seeing how we're feeling, either physically, mentally, spiritually, or anything that aligns with you. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or anything else, putting some big deep breaths to that physical area or that manifested area that you can kind of hold in your mind. You're doing some nice deep stretches today, so just listen to your body. Remember, everything is an option. You do not have to go as deep as I tell you. If you feel any pain, just remember to back off. We're just going to focus on slow, deep breaths today. I want you to breathe however is comfortable for you. If you want to engage in your Ujjayi breath, that is your option. Otherwise, we're just going to take those big inhales and exhales through the mouth and nose. Move through our breath, remembering a little off pace of breath. And refocus and come back to it. On your next inhale, let's pull both knees into the chest. And as my option, I always like to take, you can either rock side to side or draw those little circles. You can release the neck if you have any neck issues, especially, or any pain. Remember, don't hold on to any pain today. If you're doing some circles, let's switch directions. That's it. And then find some stillness here. Tuck the knees in one last time. Put your knees as close as you can. So exhale, release the head, release the left leg. And I'm just going to clasp my hands just below the right knee. And as I breathe, slow, gentle rocking up that hip socket. Bring my knee to my armpit on one side. Bring it across the other shoulder. Feel this nice rotation through the hip. Release a little bit in that front pelvic area. Let's flex that left foot and come to stillness with right leg. Option to lift the left leg up. Take 2 breaths here. Nice straight left leg. Flex the right foot as well. One more big breath here. Release the left leg down, but keep it active. I'm going into a nice half happy baby. You have the option to grab the outside of your right foot as the right knee comes to the armpit, or you can grab underneath that knee, hooking it with the elbow, whatever feels good here. I'm going to pull that right shoulder to the mat. If you got any hip issues, or if this is too deep for now, you can always bend that left knee. Take some of the pressure off those legs. Depending on how you're feeling. It was quite warm. Laying outside. Sole that right foot facing the sky. Give me one last breath here. Release that foot. I'm going to cross the right ankle just above the left knee, almost like we're going into that figure four. I'm just going to let the knee, right knee fall open to the side. Feel a little opening in that right hip. And both feet flexed. Making sure we engage the core here. You can put your hands by your side. They can be in a T position or lower, up to you. A nice big inhale here. And as we exhale, lift the left leg up. Go as deep as you can. Inhale, release. All the way back down. This is hard on your back. You can always bend that left knee. Inhale. Sorry, exhaling, pulling up. Keep that right knee rotated. Moving at your own breath pace. We're going to do one more. Stay here this time. Stay up this time. Everybody's going to bend the left knee. I'm going to thread my hands through between the legs. Right behind my right thigh. That figure four stretch. Using that right elbow this time. Maybe to push the leg a little way. Maybe I lean a little towards the left with that legs. And exhale, maybe pull left leg a little deeper, get a nice deeper stretch. Or relaxing your shoulders. Just give me one more breath here. Good. Release the right leg straight back down. I'm going to grab now just below the left knee. Do the same slow breath in and out as I rock the knee side to side and the hips off it. Going to the outside of that left armpit, across to the right chest. And keeping both feet flexed here if you want to keep it nice and active. Good, let's bring it to center. Pull it in nice and deep. Lift the right leg up here for 2 breaths, flexing the foot. Breath. Good, relax the right leg back down. I'm going to pull the right knee out towards, the left knee to the left armpit. We're going into half happy baby, so I'm going to grab the outside edge of my left foot, so the foot comes to the sky, or you can modify by hugging in the knee, armpit, kind of lock. Exhaling, pulling that right shoulder a little deeper to the mat. Again, bending that right knee. This is too deep for you right now. Now, right foot still flexed, nice and active. More breaths here. Take it slow. Enjoy. You can keep those eyes closed if you like. Keep us a little more calm. When you're ready, I'm going to release that left foot. I'm going to cross the ankle just above the right knee. Just take a moment here. Let the left hip fall open. Kind of this counter stretch here. Again, engaging the core, sucking it nice and tight. Still able to breathe. Take a nice big inhale here. Arms by your side. Exhale, lift the leg up, nice little leg lift. Inhale, release slowly down. Again, bending that knee if you have to. Straight's going to work the core more. Exhale up. At your own pace here. Just got a few. Last drop. Last lift. Those muscles pull that leg in. And we're all going to bend the right leg, and I'm going to clasp behind that right thigh. Exhale again. Pull a little deeper to figure four. Both feet flexed. Just the left arm this time. Push the left leg. Deepen, or maybe let yourself rock towards the right. So you feel this nice stretch in the left hip. Still breathing nice and deep. big breath here. Exhale, go a little deeper. Bringing yourself back to center. And uncross the legs. Bring the knees over the hips. And then bend those knees at 90 degrees and bring the arms to that nice T position. You should feel a little core activation here, supporting your legs. Pressing that low back to the mat. Just do a nice side twist, lift your support. Let's give me a nice big inhale here. And as we exhale, let the knees fall over to the right side. Keep them in line with the hips. Letting the hips come up. So try not to let that shoulder come up. The legs press on the ground. Want to go deeper, let that gaze over to the left side. And that nice stretch. Right through the whole spine. Last big breath here. So the core is going to work, so keep that core nice and engaged. We're going to lift the legs back up to center. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Letting them rest on the ground. Try to press that right shoulder to the side. Maybe looking over towards that right hand. One stretch. Feel good. It's nice and twisting action. Remember, if this is too much, you can put down for a little bit. You can even lift just your knees up. Last breath. Inhale, let's lift the knees back to center. I'm going to cross the ankles. Doesn't matter which way we're going to do both of them. And I'm going to grab the tops of my feet as I point the toes. I'm going to pull my feet down just a little bit as I try to lift my heels up. I'm not going anymore, but this little active stretch is just going to stretch the top of the shins, so tibialis anterior. And release, switch sides. Remember, point those toes. Lift up the heels as we pull those toes down. Release, let's uncross our feet, our ankles if you want. I'm going to keep the crosses up like the rock. Let's go ahead and grab my shins. Inhale, lift my head. A little forward, here we go. Palms release, face it up. Grab that chin. Just going to relax the shoulder. Try to lift them off the ground. Pulse the palms just a little bit to the side. Set that forward. If you need to support your head, set up the palms out. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. I'm going to grab my shin. Let's rock and roll. Keeping that head up, chin tucked. Massaging at that spine as we use our momentum. Get a nice little rock and roll here. 1 or 2 more. Roll ourselves onto our hands and our knees. I'm just going to flip over. Good time to grab a drink if you'd like. We're going to meet in our nice tabletop position. For those who did come late, this is where you're going to want your loop strap handy shortly. So you can keep your strap there at the top of your mat. Doesn't matter which side. You can see it for you. I will be stretching the left leg first, so I'm on my left side. So find that nice tabletop position, nice neutral spine. Just do a little play around here, how you feel. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips, lengthening from tailbone to crown. Find that nice slow deep breath. As you inhale, let's come to cow. Sink just down, back. Exhale, tucking the chin, come up that spine, the calf. Face with the inhale. Front exhale. This will our beach, just a little intermediary pose. Exaggerate. Press up right through the palms. That nice neutral spine. We're just going to do a nice little shoulder stretch here. So I'm going to widen my knees. Do this from a nice child's pose position. Let's come to the ground. And I'm going to keep my head up as I walk my hands forward. Nice little almost thread with the other shoulder. I'm going to keep my right palm up. Thread it underneath the left armpit, reaching as far as I can with that hand, knocking the right shoulder right here to the mat. Feeling this nice upper body back stretch. Breathing right into it. Should feel good. Letting yourself melt on those exhales. Maybe puffing up the upper back. Inhales. 2 more breaths. That's the last one. Really good stretch. Good. Press with the left palm and untwist myself. Keep the head up. Reach the fingertips forward. This time I'm going to flip the left palm to face the sky. I'm going to thread it underneath the right armpit, reaching as far away as I can for my body. Then I drop the left shoulder, left hand back. That right armpit. Feel the stretch deeper on the left this time. Still reaching. Keep the right hand. Breathe here. Inhale for the exhales. Down and raise the back space. Maybe reach a little farther. Exhale. When you're ready, press the tight right palm, untwist. We're going to walk our fingertips forward and then drop the forward to the mat. Just do a quick little child's pose. And here, I'm going to lift the palm, forearms off the mat. Just have all the fingertips into the mat for a daddy long legs here. And I'm going to force my arms towards the mat. So stretch underneath the armpit, try to forget the lats. Relax the shoulders, not sure. So let's get deep into the mat. Give me one last. Drop palms, come back up for table, reset yourself, bring the knees in. And throw the toes under, first down dog. Walk out your dog here. Do it nice and slowly. Especially my ankles are not the biggest fan of being in that gently here. Feel free to take an option. Then you want to give your next dog back to you to give you to a nice dog. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, nice downward dog. Even if you're still a little tight, soft here. I'm going to press through my hands and just make it nice and spread. Pretty nice inhale. Lift the right leg, just lift the heel side. As I exhale, I'm going to pull that right foot right through the hands. Just find this lunge position. Drop the hips, lift the chin. I'm going to drop the left knee. If you need some cushion, you might want something to do a quad stretch here. You might want to hold your mat or use your towel. Then I'm going to walk my right foot to the outside edge of my mat. Into a nice lizard pose. So I'm going to release that back down. If you want, you walk your hands forward, come a little further down. We're not going to be in lizard too long, so just when we get that nice deep stretch, hug that right knee in. Tuck in. All right, let's walk our hands back, straighten the right leg, half splits here. Flip the right toes up, straighten the leg. You can't keep your back flat. Bring your hands to your hips. I just have my fingertips on the ground. I'm using my core or sleep support. Inhale here. Exhale, sink deeper. Nice big inhale here. Exhale. That's it. I'm going to do a little rocking in my ankle, right from the ankle to the hip socket. See how this changes that stretch. If you find a spot that's really tight, really sore, you can always hold it in that stretch dynamic here. Last breath. All right, I'm gonna walk my hands back just so my right knee is in that kneeling position. And just to make it a little easier on your knee, I'm gonna slide my right foot back just a little bit so I can come into this kind of kneeling position. This is where you may want your strap, okay? If you're really flexible, you don't necessarily need it. I'm gonna show you both options. So I'm gonna show you the strap first because then that's the option I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna get my strap underneath my foot here. And you can kind of tighten it up. And then I'm gonna send my hips forward. I'm gonna bend that leg up. I'm gonna use my arm to pull it forward. If you don't want to use your strap, we're just gonna grab the outside edge of that foot. Pull it to a nice quad structure. I'm pushing my hips forward. So when I'm kneeling like this, my kneecaps on the ground. As I push the hips forward with the bent leg, I should almost be right on the top of that left femur, so I'm not being pressured on the kneecap. Again, this is why you wanted that cushion, towel, extra mat. Up to you. Try and keep a nice upright posture. Let's pull that foot a little deeper here. That's it. One more big breath. Good. Release that leg. I'm just going to put my strap on the other side just to show you. I'm going to release my mat. Let both hands on the ground. Curl the left toes under. Lift that knee. Step back a wide down. So my feet are as wide as the mat here. Flex the shoulders. Strong. We're going to do a flow with our feet nice and wide. So optional flow, you can modify your curve heel. So inhale towards plank, you can drop your knees. Exhale, elbows tight, chaturanga right to the ground. Inhaling, you're pressing on dog or cobra, shoulders are strong. Exhaling, down dog, walk right back to the ground. Normal kind of hip width apart. That's it. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up, reach it to the side. Then I'm going to step it through between my hands, start that nice lunge position, sink the hips down. Here, we're going to want to fold over our mat or get our towel, that extra cushion as we drop the right knee this time. Pushing those hips forward, I'm going to walk my left foot to the outside of the mat. Then come into lizard, making sure that knee hug's tight. Release the right foot here. And just coordinate below the shoulders. Focus as you should feel this right across the hips. A little bit in the posterior hip in those hamstrings. You can walk your hands a little farther forward if you want to sink a little deeper, but we're not staying here long, so just stay upright. Okay, one side may be a little tighter than the other, or looser. Walk myself back up. I'm going to have splits. So I'm going to start to straighten this left leg, walk my hands back, look at those left toes up. This is half hand Shavasana. Can't keep a flat back, hands on the ground, hands to the hip. I'm still really using the core. My fingers are really just grazing the ground for active support. Nice big inhale here. Exhale. Over. Focusing on those hamstrings, back of the legs. Sinking deeper on each exhale. All right, this is where we get to have a little fun. If you want, you can start doing that nice little rocking side to side. The ankle right all the way up to the hip. This is, we got 3 hamstrings. Kind of just changes up which one's dominant and kind of tells here. And if one is particularly tight, stretch. Just breathing. All right, good. Let's walk ourselves back into that kneeling position. I'm going to slide my left foot a little bit closer to my right knee as I come up to this nice kneeling position. So again, option to use the strap or your towel. You're going to hook it underneath your foot. We're going to pull it up right into that quad stretch, or you can grab the outside of that foot and just pull the heel right to that glute. As we stand nice and tall here, pushing those hips forward as we get into position. I'm going to come onto my forearm here. Thank you. Lean forward, spine long, feeling this nice quad hip flexor stretch. Good. Perfect breath here. And release the foot gently down, drop my hands. I'll lift that left knee up. I'm going to step back wide. Downward dog. If you've got your strap still, and you just get rid of it. Find that nice wide dog. I'm going to walk my hands until my heels are on the ground. So I'm in a very narrow dog. Don't worry if you can't keep the hands on the ground. The heels, just go as far as you can. If you can't quite get the heels on the ground, that's okay. Stick that chest up and maybe gaze a little bit at your hands. Try and keep that back nice and flat. It should be a nice intense hamstring stretch. Breath here. Good. Let's walk our hands towards plank position. Drop the hips more tight. Optional flow. Come with your modified. Inhale. Exhale, lower down the chaturanga. Inhale, pressing on top of cobra. Exhaling down dog. Alright, we're going to do another real standing hold here. Time does fly. Relaxing. When you're ready, as you inhale, lift the right leg up. So we're going to bend the knee and open up the hip. Tail of the dog. So I'm trying to kick that right foot to my left and really try to point that right knee right to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Another big breath here, arm strong. As I inhale, pull the knee to chin, hanging plank. Let's take a full breath. Then I plant the right foot, warrior one, hip the back at 45 degrees. Sink into that lunge, palms come facing each other. Hips are facing forward, relax. Keep moving, it's a little quicker than normal. So open up, warrior two. Flip the back foot 90 degrees, palms face each other, gaze comes to the middle. Clear the right hand. Hands to the hips, straighten the right leg. Right toes face the side, nice big inhale here. Exhale, forward fold, hands straight across the outside of both legs, all the way to the ground. You can get to the ground, grab your two peace fingers. Grab those big toes. Let the head hang. Nice big inhale, flat back. Get those elbows pointing up if they're on the ground. Exhale, sink deep with a flat back, just like bending those legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shin, flat back. Soft knees, exhale, come all the way standing, hands to your hips. It'll lift my heels. Bring them in 45 degrees so the toes are pointing up. Exhale, sink into goddess. Quick, I know today. Let those legs pull out. Today we're going to do eagle arms here. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right elbow is on the bottom, elbows cross, and you're going to twist your arms around each other, trying to put the palms together. Inhale, lift those elbows up to shoulder height. Here we go. Exhale, sink deeper. As you inhale, lift the elbows up as much as you can. Little back bend here. Exhale, puffing up the spine. Bring the elbows to your waist. Inhaling, opening up. Elbows come up. Gaze comes to ceiling. Exhale. Elbows to waist. One more full inhale up. Bring those hands up, palms together or wrap it around. Exhale. Down. Inhale, let's come back to neutral. Exhale, sink deeper into those goddess pose. And we're going to release the arms, warrior two arms, straighten the legs. Let's flip the left toes so they're facing side, right toes face the front of the mat as we sink into warrior two. It's okay if you're a little bit behind. We're going to meet down dog, guys. Good. Let's windmill our hands, straighten the right foot, step back down. Facing dog. 2 breaths here. So look if you're a little behind. All right, let's go right to the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg up, heel to side. Bend that left knee, open up the hips. Left foot to left tail dog. Left knee points to the sky. Left tuck the feet down. Really open up. You should feel a stretch across the pelvis. Our big breath here. Inhale, knee to chin, hanging plank. Bring that foot down. Just plant that left foot with the right foot. Warrior one. Right foot should be 45 degrees. Shoulders relaxed. Also stretch your lunge here. Open up warrior two. Fingers spread apart. Right toes face the right side of the room. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, sink deeper. Gaze up and lift the fingers. Big breath. Good. Hands to hips, straighten the left leg. Lift the toes to face the right side of the room. Let's clasp the hands actually behind us this time. Palms come together, pull shoulder blades down and back. Taking a nice big inhale here. Exhale, folding forward, and as you fold forward, lift the hands up off that lower back. Try to pull them towards your head. Keep the shoulder blades pinched together. And keep those hands, palms together. Legs are straight. Just a little micro bend here. Inhale. Hands come to the lower back. Nice big exhale. Sink a little deeper. As you inhale, come halfway, lift left back, soften the knees more. Exhale, come to standing. We're going to release the hand, lift the heels up, pull them in, so toes are pointing out 45 degrees. Exhale, come into that nice God. Turn to face you guys. All right, so our left leg is our lead leg. So as we inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left arm is underneath here, elbows crossed, and I'm going to twist my hands away around each other. You can always bring your hands to your shoulders if you have to. Pull those hands up, so elbow shoulder height. Here we go, let's do our flow. Inhale, lift the hands up to the sky, gaze to the sky, elbows all the way up. Exhale, pop up the spine as the elbows come to the waist, sink no lower. Moving at your own breath pace, inhale up. All the way, feel this nice stretch in the upper back. Exhaling. Core is tight here, guys. Sinking in that lunge. Oh, yeah. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. That was your last one. Lift it up. Let's release the arms. Nice T position, warrior two. Straighten the legs. Left toes face forward. Right toes face the right. Lunge to that warrior two. Good. Let's windmill, frame the left foot, step it back, downward dog. Last optional flow, come with me, modify, or stay here. Inhale towards plank, hips are down 4 times. Exhale, halfway down, that chaturanga. Inhale, nice tricep press up, lift the chin. Exhale, down dog. Everybody hold for 3 slow deep breaths. Let this help calm your breath, calm the body, calm the mind. Let the only focus be that breath. Breathing slowly, but however you want. Last breath. Good, let's drop to the knees and grab some water. paddle along. We are almost done, guys. You don't need those straps anymore. All right. We're gonna come to a wide-legged forward fold, but on the ground. So I've got my tush all the way at the back of the mat. You're really flexible. You can keep your heels on the ground. Depending on your floor, you may want to move your tush. I decided I don't like my feet on the floor. Behind the mat, so the heels are on the ground, because it feels a little nicer. I've got my toes nice and flexed here. Take a nice big inhale up. Exhale, fold over. Drop the head. As you can see, I'm not very flexible here. Let me do some rocking side to side. Each time I rock side to side, I'm trying to get a little lower. Just go as low as you feel comfortable. We're going to do one last little twist here before we finish off our practice. Find some stillness. And then let's press that chest and lift the chin. Put a nice flat back. I'm lucky I have a mirror right next to me. I can check myself out. But if you don't, pinch those shoulder blades together and really push that chest out. It's a great visualization. Should deepen the stretch. Those nice hamstrings and inner thighs. Good. I'm going to walk my hands back up so I'm just sitting normally. I take my left hand, palm up, and I place it kind of by my knee, my thigh. Now, if you're really flexible, your whole forearm will come to the ground. That's okay if it's not. You're with me. As I inhale, I'm going to sweep the right arm up overhead, reaching it towards those right toes. So I can reach if I collapse in, but I want to keep the armpit up. So come with me, stretching out that QL, that lower back. Going as deep as you can. Gaze comes to that right elbow. Good. For a big breath here, make it slower. Soon. Inhale, come back up. Just going to flip the right palm by the left knee, facing up. Inhale, lift the left arm up, reaching up overhead. Bring my gaze to the sky here. Probably not as flexible feeling. Again, it's okay if you don't get your toes right. Here, I'm collapsing in. I want to keep expanding my chest to the side, armpit to sky. Do that nice stretch in the upper body. Release. The hands behind me. Bend the knees. Kind of visualize what is mat width apart. I know we're all facing sideways. We're just going to go side to side here. Windshield wiper sitting up. Go nice and slowly. I'm really trying to push each knee to get to the ground as it's kind of in the middle there on the inside of the leg. Nice little counter stretch in the hips. One more each side. Good. Last one. So I'll give you guys all a warning. Class is almost done, so if you have to rush off, please do so gently. Otherwise, we're going to come down into a nice Shavasana. However is comfortable to you, lying down on your back, palms facing up. I will finish class in this pose. Giving yourself any adjustments, doing a little hip shake, maybe pull your wrists, especially if they're not used to all those downward dogs. Letting the back melt. Just keeping the breath nice and deep and breathing how you feel comfortable. Letting your eyes come closed. And if you can, find stillness. But if you can't, that's okay. Acknowledge that. Let's come back to that thought, those thoughts before class. Assessing how we feel physically, mentally, spiritually, or anything else. Any other way you want to assess your feelings. I hope you felt stressed. Hopefully you're a little less stressed. You're a little tight. Hopefully you're feeling a little better. If you have any pain, it's a little relief. If you need to, I invite you to do any movement you need to help yourself here. Hopefully best by following the breath and letting your mind focus on my words and the practice. Help you calm, relax yourself and mind. I've really enjoyed today's practice. So as always, please feel free to spend as much time in Shavasana as you can. I understand some of you might have to rush off. But I encourage you, if you've got time after our namaste, please try and stay here for 10 breaths. That's what I'm encouraging everybody to do today. I'll stay with you if you've got time. So let's all just bring our hands to prayer at heart center. Relaxing the shoulders, just letting ourselves be a little limp here. Thanking our bodies and our minds for guiding us through this practice today. Thanking the nice warm weather we're having today. Let's enjoy a little sunshine, even if we're not outside, in our lives, that little smile that we can bring to our soul and spirit. I thank you and your fellow yogis for sharing this journey of practice and all your energies today. From the light of me to the light of you. Namaste. If you do have to leave, don't forget some water. Move gently. Otherwise, you can spend the next 10 breaths here with me. However slow or fast you want to go. I do encourage slower. Everybody will be at your own tempo. I like to count. Inhale 1, exhale 1. Inhale 2, exhale 2, so I can remember where I am. This helps keep my thoughts calm.